So I just got out of a meeting with a client, and the architect and the builder were there as well. And the project's the architect's basically been completed. It's been submitted for DA, and this is our first meeting. And the client said to me something really interesting. They said, "So Damien, what can we do here to make this more efficient?" And I paused because you need to think here, because you don't want to undermine what's been done already, right? So the architecture has been completed, right? And we're issuing drawings. So we don't want to say, well, we should start again, right? And we should get rid of all the architectural features. So we need to be sensitive to, how to respond to that. And the way that I respond is what I think is very simple. And I say, the simplest building that we can build here, it's a 2-story residential building. The simplest building that we can build here, so simple means economical, means efficient, means sustainable, is a big 2-story box with no windows and no doors, right? That's the most economical way to do this building, right? Or most sustainable. I think that they were asking about sustainability as well. I said, so clearly that's not what we want to do, and it's a theoretical argument that we could present that, but this is not practical, right? And it's perhaps a very engineering way to respond, particularly the no windows and doors, right? So what I say is that that's the simplest. That's what I might call, I don't want to call it the best, but that is the most economical way that we can build it. And what we have to think now is take that simple thing, that simple solution, and say, okay, every time we deviate from that, we need to do it consciously, right? We need to think about the fact that we're going away for the most efficient. So every little step and every little move that we make needs to be considered. And every time you do that, you need to think, okay, how are we making it more complicated? And what are we doing to save that complication? And that's where you've got to think. This is a passive house as well, so the building envelope is very important. So every step that we make in the building envelope changes the complexity and the demand, right, for the passive house. And it's going to be prefab as well. So every step that we make in that external facade, every step that we make in the internal facade, adds to the complication of prefab. So, but you don't want to, obviously no one wants a box. So what you want to do, and there's things that are easy to do and things that are difficult to do. And what I said, in actual fact, some of this building is 3 stories. And in actual fact, what I said is really from an economical point of view, you want the walls to align, right? That's the number one thing that you perhaps don't want to deviate from if you can. So if you do change the external facade, or if you do move away from just a box, right? Do it in blocks where the walls carry through from top to bottom. So again, the answer was trying to be respectful of the architecture and trying to be respectful of the year-long process that they've gone through in order to get to this point to be able to submit the DA.